Brian, one of the biggest disappointments in recent memory for me has been the fact that I'm missing your wedding. You've been one of my best friends for a long time now, and I'm honored that Sarah is giving me the opportunity to present this speech, even though right now I'm over in Sweden and can't be there in person. I don't have good long-term memory. Childhood memories for me, I don't remember a lot of things. But I have one distinct memory of Brian early on, him and me. It's really the only memory I have of us before I came back to Conestoga in seventh grade, and that's me holding his lunch up above my head, and he was jumping and trying to grab his lunch from me and get it back. And so, obviously, since that's the only standout memory I have from Brian and I, before I got back, we weren't close friends in early school, first and second grade. But once I came back to Conestoga in middle school, Brian became one of my best, dearest friends, and he's still a guy that I really love to see, to hang out, just to talk to. Zara, Brian is one of the most godly, stand-up guys I know. He's been that way since I can remember. Was he immature when we first started middle school? Started hanging out? Yeah, he was really immature. I was really immature. I think that's one of the reasons we got along so well. I mean, we have the story about us standing there pointing shotguns at each other. I think that might have been in high school. The point is, Brian and I have always gone along because of our temperaments are kind of the same. But despite the fact that we first started hanging out when we were both immature, Brian even then was a guy that I knew always did the right thing, and he has continued to be an inspiration to me as we've gotten older. Brian has always been a guy that I know will take the right path, the straight and narrow. Even if it's not the easiest thing for him to do, he will make decisions to make sure he's making the right choices for later on down the road. So I I could go on talking about how amazing Brian is for a long time, but I'm gonna stop myself. I just like to raise a glass. I don't know if you guys have water or anything with you. I'm drinking water because it's like 1 in the afternoon here. Uh, so I just like to raise a toast to Brian. Brian, you're the first half of an amazing now married couple, and I'm really you're a person that I'm honored to know. So cheers, or as they say in Sweden, skål. Now Zara. Zara, you're someone that for me, getting to know you has been really great. You're an awesome person. You're really like the yin to Brian's yang. Brian has always been picky about girls. When we were, growing up and getting older, I always, looked at girls like, oh, she's hot, stuff like that. Brian has always been a guy that has looked at a girl's personality, her character, her relationship with God, her faith, and those have been the things that Brian looks for when picking a girl that he wanted to be with. Because of this, I knew once he found a girl that he really liked, he was going to go for it, just full bore. And that was going to be it. It was probably going to be the girl that he was going to marry. Well, here you are, a married couple, which means that you are an amazing woman. Even, Zara, if I did not know you personally, I would assume you're an amazing girl just because Brian obviously thinks you are and thinks you're someone that he wants to spend his life with. But after being able to get to know you, Zara, the past couple of years, I can say from personal experience, you are an amazing woman. Um, you're kind-hearted and you're funny and you really have a love for Brian and a love for God. And so I know that you two will have an amazing and productive marriage together. So I'd like to make a second toast to Zara, an awesome girl in her own right and the perfect partner for Brian. So, skål! Finally, I'd just like to say something to the two of you. Just take a minute. Um, I would just urge you guys, as you're moving into this next stage in your lives and your relationship together, to slow down. You guys did Word of Life together. You fell in love. Zara moved to Pennsylvania. Brian opened the business with the bakery and the gas station. You guys have been working so hard. You got engaged. You bought a Corolla. And now you're married, which is awesome. You guys knew what you wanted and you went for it. You got it, which is fantastic. But guess what? You are both really young. You don't have dependents. The world is your oyster. So slow down, enjoy your life, have some romantic dinners, go antiquing, take a day trip. Brian, if you haven't taken her to the shore, to Mac and Manco's yet, go to the beach. Just experience things that you can experience together. Now that you're finally moved out, you have your own place, you're married. Get to know each other in a biblical sense. Uh, so I would just encourage you guys that you've been going a million miles a minute for so long, a couple of years now. You've just been going and going and going. Well, you're married. You can take a deep breath and just get to know each other even better than you already do. We are at points in our lives where we're still discovering ourselves. I know for me personally, and I'm sure for both of you, you're young. In a couple years, you might be different people than you are now. You're still growing as individuals, and now you get to grow together as a couple. So, again, slow down, love your life, love each other, and you guys, I know, will be ready for whatever life throws at you. So, my final toast is to Brian and Zarah Lay, a married couple that is just getting started. May your life be filled with joy, and may your married life be a fruitful partnership together that can serve as an inspiration to all of us. I know already you've been an inspiration to me, and as you guys grow and mature in your relationship, I know you'll continue to be an inspiration for everyone that knows you. So, cheers.